Hey Dabblers, it's the Kimball sisters, Lindsey,
Tracey.
and we're here to do some trivia with you, brought to you by Trivia Mafia. So flex your beer brain muscles and get ready to answer some tough beer questions.
Time for round number 1, and it is Prost.
Prost!
So here are 5 questions about Oktoberfest. Question number 1. While there are many Oktoberfests all around the world, the original festival dates back to the early 1800s. In what city?
Question 2, round number 1. The original Oktoberfest officially begins when the mayor shouts, "Oh Zaptus!" He probably yells, "Oh Zaptus!" What does that phrase mean in English?
Question number 3, Dabblers. Oktoberfest beer is alternately known by what German name because it was originally made in springtime and then aged until October?
Question number 4. Just like everything, America's largest Oktoberfest is going virtual this year with mail order party kits and a pop-up polka performance. In a normal year, it draws 500,000 tourists to what Rust Belt metro nicknamed the Queen City?
Question number 5 for round number 1. In 2017, Adidas introduced a line of Oktoberfest sneakers made of leather with a DBPR coating. The D stands for durably, the R stands for resistant. So tell me what that B and the P stand for.
You should think about it. Take a second.
Hey Dabblers, it's time for round number 2 of trivia. The theme of this round is drink local, so these are going to be 5 questions about what's on tap in beer drinking hot and cold spots around the country. Question 1. Buffalo Commons and Flatland are among the leading craft breweries in what state? Which ranks number 46 in population, number 3 in malt barley production, and number 1 in per capita beer consumption?
Question number 2. The folks at Desert Edge, Salt Flat, and Moab microbreweries have their work cut out for them as they're located in which state, which consumes the least beer per capita?
All right, question 3. Offerings from Penn and Allegheny City breweries might be on the menu in what town? Home to the most bars per capita of any major American city.
Question number 4 of round number 2. You might have to work a little to buy a pint from Bentonville or Fossil Cove Brewing Companies. That's because 34 of their state's 75 counties are dry. Name that southern state.
Question 5. The city that claims to be the home to more breweries than any other city in the United States shares its name with the city with the most breweries per capita. They are 3,000 miles apart. Name those cities.
You should think about it. Take a second.
Dabblers, are you ready for round number 3? Because we are. And this round is all women in brewing.
Cheers!
Whoop! 5 questions about some notable female faces in the brewing industry. Question number 1 of round number 3. In 1991, Kim Jordan co-founded a craft brewery in Fort Collins, Colorado, with a name inspired by a European bike trip. Name that brewery, which is now a $250 million business.
Question 2, round number 3. Brewmasters Rebecca Bennett and Jill Vaughn collaborated on a number of top-selling Anheuser-Busch products in the 2000s, including what Belgian-style wheat ale brewed with lemon, lime, and orange peels?
Question number 3. Visitors to the Sundance Film Festival in what ski town might toss back a Wasatch beer, which was launched in 1986 by Melly Pullman, America's first female brewmaster? I'll give her a cheers.
Cheers.
Good on her.
Go Melly. Question 4, round number 3. Australian brewmaster Leeman Duong was named one of the BBC's 100 Women of 2015. Her signature beer is what kind of fruity ale, which shares a name with a specific shade of hair color?
All right, Dabblers, it is our last question of trivia. So question number 5, round number 3. The Pink Boot Society is a nonprofit supporting women in the brewing industry, and they maintain an archive of hops and brewing publications at what West Coast university, whose school colors are beaver orange, paddle-tail black, and bucktooth white. So name that university.
You should think about it. Take a second.
Awesome, Dabblers. We have the answers to round number 1. Are you ready? The theme was Prost, Oktoberfest season. Question number 1, round 1. There are many Oktoberfests around the world, and the original festival dates back to Munich, Germany, is the answer to that question. Question number 2, when the mayor shouts, "Oh, Zaptus!"
Yeah.
He's actually saying in English, "It's tapped," which is great because that's how the beer comes out. And number 3, it does, trust me. I mean, that's how you get the beer out of it. Okay, number 3, Oktoberfest is alternately known by Marzen beer, which means March beer because it was originally made in the spring and aged until October. Marzen beer is the answer to question 3. And question number 4, America's largest Oktoberfest is going virtual this year, and it is located in Cincinnati, Ohio. Cincinnati of all places. It's the least German place I could think of.
Who knew?
I think you'd at least have to go to Wisconsin. And finally, question number 5, Adidas shoes with a coating called DBPR. What does the B and the P stand for? Get ready for this. It's beer and puke.
Ooh.
Ugh. So the shoes really mean durably beer and puke resistant. And that is round number 1. Hopefully you're winning.
All right, round number 2 for your answers. That was all about the drink locals, so the hot and cold spots across the country for breweries. And question number 1, Buffalo Commons and Flatland are among the leading craft breweries in North Dakota. So North Dakota is your answer there for number 1. Question number 2 then, or answer number 2, Desert Edge, Salt Flat, and Moab microbreweries do have their work cut out for them because they are located in Utah, which consumes the least beer.
I feel like Moab really gives it away.
Yeah, maybe.
I hope you got that one right.
Yeah. Question number 3, the offerings from Penn and Allegheny City breweries, they are in the city with the most bars per capita, which is Pittsburgh. So if ever you want to check out a bar, apparently everybody gets their own bar in Pittsburgh for question number 3. Question number 4, if you are buying a pint from Bentonville or Fossil Cove, you are in Arkansas, where they have 34 of their 75 counties are dry counties.
That's a bummer.
Yeah, Arkansas for question number 4. And then question number 5, the city that claims to be the home of the most breweries, and then the city that claims to have the most breweries per capita, Portland, Oregon, and Maine. So Portland was your answer there for question number 5 of round number 2.
And you needed both cities, right?
Both cities
Both
to get
cities.
the point.
Portland,
Both
Oregon,
cities.
and Maine.
Yep.
It's time for answers for round number 3, women in brewing.
Right.
So question number 1, Kim Jordan co-founded this brewery in Fort Collins. It was New Belgium. That's a good one. Number 2, brewmasters Rebecca Bennett and Jill Vaughn collaborated on a top-selling Anheuser-Busch beer. That would be Shock Top. And question number 3, visitors to the Sundance Film Festival go to Park City, Utah to toss back a glass of Wasatch beer brewed by Ms. Millie Pullman. And number 4, round 3, the signature beer of Li Min Duong is the Strawberry Blonde. And number 5, the West Coast University that supports women in brewing with their archive of hops and brewing publications is Oregon State. Oregon State.
Go Beavers.
Congrats to all the dabblers. I wish you all success and trivia winnings. Your prize is
All the beer in the box. Keep drinking.
Thanks for playing Dabbler in a Box Trivia with Trivia Mafia. I'm Lindsey Kimball.
I'm Tracey Kimball.
And we are the Kimball Sisters. We'll see you next time.
Cheers. Prost.